Kevin Mackey, who led Cleveland State to an historic Sweet 16 run back in 1986, has passed away.
Nick Camino joins us now to reflect on his legacy and his tremendous impact on Cleveland State basketball. Nick.
Yeah, hey, good evening, Russ and Lena. Yeah, sad evening as we learned of the passing of Kevin Mackey, a coach that was certainly before his time and put Cleveland State on the map for the rest of the country to see.
For a short time, Kevin Mackey made Cleveland, Ohio the epicenter of the college basketball universe. He came to the Vikings program back in 1983, bringing with him a fun run-and-stun style of play and a thick Boston accent.
Really get after it, win some games, string some of those W's together.
He took over a team that had won just 8 games the year prior, but he quickly turned the Vikings into winners. 14 wins his first season, 21 his second year, and then in 1986, CSU captured America's hearts as the NCAA Tournament's first Cinderella story. Fans flocked to tiny Woodling Gym to watch them play. The Vikings snuck into the big dance as a 14 seed, where they drew the 3rd-seeded Indiana Hoosiers in the very first round. But that March night in the Carrier Dome, it was Kevin Mackey who got the best of Bobby Knight.
Kevin Mackey rejoices as his team has beaten Bob Knight's Indiana Hoosiers.
And they weren't done yet. 2 days later, they knocked off St. Joe's to punch a ticket to the Sweet 16, and the city of Cleveland erupted. The Vikings' magical run would end against David Robinson in the United States Naval Academy. They came up just 1 point short of an Elite Eight matchup with Duke.
But we were the first team that I think helped Clevelanders believe that we were a mighty city, and they were proud. Everywhere I go still today, people still remember exactly where they were the day we beat Indiana, exactly where they were the day that we lost, unfortunately, to Navy. He created something so special that I don't think it'll ever be replicated.
Mackey would take the Vikings to the NIT the next 2 years. The excitement led to the construction of the Wolstein Center. Cleveland State was a true basketball school. But his time in Cleveland came to a shorter end than it should have. Mackey had dealt with drug addiction over the years, and in 1990, his college coaching career ended.
I was totally out of control.
Mackey would catch on years later with the Indiana Pacers, Larry Bird hiring him to serve as a scout, where he would stay until the age of 74. Kevin Mackey did something nobody has ever done, even if just for a short time. He made Cleveland a college town.
Kevin Mackey was so well respected in the basketball world. We mentioned Larry Bird hiring him with the Indiana Pacers. And tonight, I was able to get a statement from St. John's head coach Rick Pitino on Mackey. It reads, quote, "Kevin was the basketball version of a Damon Runyon character. And I mean that as a compliment. So different than the norm. So innovative, right out of South Boston," end quote. You know, it's interesting because this year, Russ and Lena, is the anniversary, the 40th anniversary of that Sweet 16 season. So we've been putting together some clips and getting ready for the anniversary. And I had an opportunity to talk to one of his players, Lena, who gave me his cell phone number on Monday to reach out to Kevin Mackey, who was back in Boston now living with his wife, and had an opportunity to have his cell phone number. He was going to call him to set things up. And today we learned that he passed away.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Thank you for sharing his legacy again tonight. Nick Camino, thank you.